Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with Anthony Joshua. AJ, this is going to be a little difficult, but we're going to make this work, okay?
Sounds good to me. I know with the new environment, socially distanced and stuff, but as you said, we're going to make it work. I'm happy to be here. It's been a long time since we last caught up, so thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for sitting down. I appreciate your time very much. So I'm going to get right into it because I got some questions for you. Firstly, this is the first time ever that I've heard you say, and I quote, "I pray I'm victorious."
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I feel like I'm a challenger. I know what it means now to be champion of the world. I wouldn't say it was easy. I trained hard, but I've done a lot, like good fighting, good opponents that come with good accolades, you know what I mean? When you're fighting good fighters, you get good praise, you get good rewards, so from the amateurs through the pros. And I just know how serious this game is now. So I know I need prayers alongside, that warrior spirit. I've got that for sure, but I definitely don't turn away from the power of prayer. So I really want to get this win on Saturday, and that's where that came from.
Okay. Now I'm gonna look down and read exactly what Bob Arum said because I don't want to butcher his quote. Okay. He said, "We promoted Ruiz 30 times, and most of the time he had trouble impacting opponents with his power. So the fact that he devastated Joshua so badly indicates to me that Joshua has a big weakness, and that is his inability to take a punch." Would you like to respond to him saying that?
Yeah, for sure. Like, Ruiz has had how many knockouts? I think like 20 odd knockouts on his record out of 30. He's a big puncher. He put me down, couldn't keep me down. And I went there and I done the job in the next round. Inability to take a punch. Klitschko put me down, got back up. And then early on in my career, with little experience, me and Dylan had a great fight. Got hit with a big left hook, recovered, and won the fight. So I'm definitely durable. I can definitely take a punch. But this is the business to hit and not get hit, right? This ain't the business.
In the division.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is tough boxing. So Bob Arum knows that better than anyone. We're in a sport where if you swim, you're going to get wet. If you get hit right, you're going to get hurt. But the whole point is to recover and try and come back. So it's probably Bob Arum doing his job as a promoter. It'll be interesting to ask Bob Arum if he was promoting me and Eddie was promoting Pulev, what Bob Arum would say about Pulev. That's a question for Bob Arum.
Okay.
Flip the script. Yeah. If he was promoting me and Eddie was promoting Pulev, what would Bob Arum say about Pulev and what would Bob Arum say about me?
What's Bob Arum's favourite line? What's Bob Arum's favourite line? It's his famous line. Yesterday I was lying, today I'm telling the truth.
Yeah. He said that. Bob Arum said that. Yesterday I was lying, today I'm telling the truth. That's the job of a promoter, not Eddie. But that's So that's a good question. If the roles if it was reversed, what would he say? Yeah, that's a good question for Bob.
Now you've learned more than ever. Yeah. We're not looking past nobody. No. Nobody, right? And I caught a little glimpse of what you said to Coogan, so I'm not even going to try to go there, okay? No, it's okay. No, I'm not going to ask you specifically about a fight with Tyson Fury, but I am going to ask you about the comments you made to him about signing with Matchroom and 258 Management, but you also said he is a superstar. I got my notes. You said that he's a superstar in the making. Are you referring to him as not being a superstar at all?
Well, he dressed up as Batman to a press conference. He went in the WWE. He's done a lot of things to build himself up. And in terms of a superstar in the making, we're still competing, right? So he's still got a long way to go. That's why he's still here. And in terms of the comments with Eddie and stuff, I was asked a question, how do I feel Tyson Fury's getting on with his career and the fight not being made that he was supposed to have December the 5th? I said, look, it's up and down because he's supposed to fight. Well, that didn't happen. He's supposed to fight on December 5th. That didn't happen. And I said, with the right management, the right broadcasting team, certain things would shape out a lot differently for him. I think he's talented. There's no denying that. Big respect to him and his family. And I think that with good management, like in terms of broadcasting and promotional team, I do believe he could be a lot bigger than he is. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
That's your management mind now thinking. You realize that, right?
Yeah, definitely, because I know, like, when we come into boxing, how the outside world looked at boxing, you know, like we can't string a sentence together, we're stupid, we're going to go to press conferences and swear we won't be able to conduct ourselves properly. So we took a different approach. 258 management, along with Soapbox London, really put a lot of time into all the athletes that they're managing and have guided us properly. So I know, like, how it works, yeah? How to think and stuff. So I just said, with him, I just know how much potential he has as well to still unlock, and that shows how far he can go because he's gone far already, and that's where that comment came from. And he bit at it, but he said he doesn't want to be a superstar. But I was like, but you dressed up as Batman to a press conference. Do you know what I mean?
It worked though. It sold the fight at the time.
You gotta do what you gotta do, right? You gotta do what you gotta do.
One of the things that, and I mean this with all due respect, I've known you for years, and so I'm saying this as somebody who's seen you.
Might as well not say it.
No.
Question off like that, you might as well not say it.
No, it's good.
Okay, yeah, hit me up.
So when, as of recently, I've noticed more of you in front of the camera. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I notice you being more.
It's weird, yeah, because like people back in the day was like, oh, he's like a robot. Like Eddie writes the script for me. But I've always felt like less is more. You know, that's all it was. But
I disagree. I think people love it. I think people relate to somebody more if they express themselves by being authentically yourself, not selling something that isn't you, but you just being you. And I'm seeing that more in front of the camera, and I think people really take to that.
But like, so I feel like for years I was selling myself to the public. Like I come from a good family. I made some mistakes growing up. I let that out to the world. I still made mistakes throughout my career. Some things I haven't spoke about. And I just think that in my job, I'm in a professional environment. You know what I mean? And I take this job serious. So I think that when it comes to boxing, I let people know me for boxing. And, you know, my family, my friends and stuff, they know me for the family man. But I separate the two. So I don't get too indulged in this business because it's not here forever. And I know how cutthroat it is. And that's why I decided when I came into the sport is let boxing be boxing and let me do my job professionally there. And then outside of boxing, I'll do my family stuff and my friend stuff there. So that's probably why I've never really been too loud and open and show myself too much, because it is my professional environment, you know?
But we're seeing it more, so.
Yeah. But that's with time. You get more comfortable in the environment you're in. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get more mature, you get more comfortable. For me, remember, I come in quick, yeah? From my pro debut, we sold out the O2. It's like the pressure, boom, from day one. So I've never had a chance to like make mistakes. So I've never even had a chance to grow as a person.
I don't know how you do it, because it's like anything that's said and done, backlash, everything.
So that's why
I would have the severe anxiety if I was honest. If that was me.
That's why sometimes it's best just to kind of keep it professional, keep it quiet, yeah, because as you said, with the spotlight that's been on my career from day one, it's difficult to kind of make mistakes, but we live and we learn. And I think that after the mistake that I had in New York, you know, I'll wear as a badge of honor. That's like what a true warrior goes through. It taught me how to deal with, it taught me how to deal with setbacks and if I make mistakes. And it's like water off a duck's back. It ain't as bad as I thought. So what? You know, no one can tell me nothing now. If I want to say what I want to say and you don't like it, take it as it is.
And lastly, before we wrap up, I just want to ask you. Again, not trying to jump forward, okay? But just the thought that Usyk has said he has absolutely no intention of stepping aside to it's either vacate or take the fight, right? Thoughts?
I got to get past Pulev on Saturday.
I said, I'm not trying. I'm just saying, what maybe the thought, like, what were your thoughts when you saw that? You're like, so he might not allow it to be for all the belts.
I haven't seen it. Last thing I watched was Joe Joyce, and it was like, I thought that them two were going to fight, and I'm thinking.
He told me. I did an interview with Usyk.
I look forward to the competition. And, you know, first experience, I know someone, Joe Joyce, I know him well, who's competed with Usyk, so he can give me first base information, or Joe Joyce will end up competing with him. But Usyk, like anyone, I'm always competing with the best. And Pulev is one of the top contenders. He's looking at me in that poster behind you right now. So I'm going to focus on him. And then, trust me, Sunday morning, Monday morning, we can definitely catch up about all the other heavyweights out there and the potential and the landscape. But all the heavyweights out there in top 10 are talented, all of them. And that's why we're with Pulev. He's #1 in IBF, so that's my focus, you know what I mean?
All right, AJ, thank you so much. Appreciate your time as always, and we'll catch up with you. If I can't get you the day after, because I am flying back to America Sunday morning, then hopefully I'll get you at some other time. You're right.
Yeah. And thank you for your time, and thank you for you guys listening in and subscribing. Peace.
All right, bye. Bye, fight fans.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else